episode on Two Puerto Ricans and a Black Girl. Today's topic is keeping secrets. Do you keep secrets from your partner? I'm the Dope Widow.
Hey guys, I'm the love guru.
And I am Mimi, the lifestyle diva, and we're already dying. So I got a question.
Oh,
Go
no.
ahead.
What's the question, girl? What's the question?
So is it necessary to tell your partner everything? Like, so do we dig deep in the past to go back and ask some things, or should you like what do we need to know from our partner's past? What says you?
What says I? I don't know. Kind of on the fence on this one. I kind of feel that what's my business is my business. You don't need to be privy to absolutely everything that transpired in my past. What if I were a stripper? What if I was a prostitute for a living and God saved me? Like, those are things that are embarrassing that maybe I don't feel that I need to bring to the table because it's already in the past. Now, if it's something that can possibly bring harm to someone, if I'm in a witness protection program or something,
Right.
let him know. Listen, I did this. They after me just for their safety. So it's not going to be that extreme. But if it's something that's detrimental to their life, that can cause some type of danger, then maybe I will tell. But if it's something that's personal, something that's embarrassing, something that I went through, that I just want to keep to myself, I think it's okay to keep those secrets to yourself.
I see what you're saying.
I see what you're saying,
But I don't see.
but but if I was a prostitute, or
That's the one that stuck with her.
if I was a prostitute,
If I was Rahab.
if I was Rahab, and or a stripper or something. See, I want to know things that if I'm in a room or a setting with people, I don't want the room to know stuff that I don't know.
Exactly.
So I need you to. I need to be privy to that information. And if I was a stripper or a prostitute or something, somebody knows that I was a stripper or a prostitute. So I don't want that to come back to my husband to say, or my significant other, that I was a stripper or a prostitute. So I'm going to address that head on and let them know that I did that. But I always think that you need to tell information in the context of the relationship that you're in now. I don't think you need to go digging in the past, because we all have a past. Why do you need to know everybody I slept with or everybody I dated? You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. What do you think, Jackie?
I'm with Gigi.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things that I don't feel I need to share.
Right.
And I'm also I agree with you. If these things happen in the past, I don't feel like I need to tell you, because your past doesn't define who you are today. Obviously, you've changed and you've grown. So that's in the past. You don't need to relive that.
Right.
You don't need to share that part. But I'm going to flip it. If I'm dating someone, and I'm speaking from a new relationship perspective, if I'm dating someone, I think that I would like to know certain things about their past, because I just want to make sure that I'm going into a healthy relationship with this person. I mean, I don't know this person from a hole in the wall. So yes, I'm going to ask specific questions. I want to know. Actually, I have a list of things that I probably would ask.
Yeah, because I was just going to say, what would you ask?
I just want to know certain things, because it's a way of protecting myself from infidelity.
Absolutely.
Like, were you faithful in your past relationships?
Okay.
Like, what kind of rapport did you have with your significant other? Was it a toxic relationship? Did you exhibit toxic habits? Did she exhibit toxic habits? And how did you handle that while you were in that relationship? I need to know who I'm going into a relationship with, so like I said, so that I can protect myself, because he's not going to protect me. He's going in because he's interested and he wants to begin a brand new relationship, but he probably will not tell me that, you know what, he's a physical abuser. You know, he's not going to tell me that he's a verbal abuser, and that's the reason his last relationship failed. So these are things that I would like to be privy to, not necessarily if he was a prostitute or you know, those
You
kinds
need
of
to know he
things.
was a prostitute. That's serious business right there, man.
I know, I'm joking.
I wasn't a prostitute. No, I wasn't, and I wasn't a stripper. Okay? I was just getting.
No, I know, I'm joking, but I just mean that, does he have codependency issues? Does he have mommy issues? Is he looking for a mother? Is he looking for someone to support him because he hasn't gotten his life together? So these are things that I would like to know, information that I would like to be privy to, that I would ask, and vice versa. I wouldn't mind if he asked me those necessary questions, but if I think that he's asking questions just to be nosy, like, I'm not sharing.
Right. That's what I agree with you.
Yeah, if you're just asking questions because you want to know, not questions because there's any benefit to you knowing that information, no.
Yeah. What's the relevance to you knowing how many people I dated or how many people I slept with, or why do you need to have a body count?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How is that going to benefit you or benefit us? In turn, I would think that it will kind of make him feel some type of way,
of course,
and not a positive way, because you're going to be like, oh, this girl, let's say you slept with 15 men, and you're, oh, I'm her 16th. Like, damn, this girl really gets around. Like, you don't want to put that information out there where that's going to kind of like poison his mind, so to speak, and make him kind of judgmental towards you.
Right.
So that information, I don't think you need to be privy to.
And you guys can be honest in a relationship without having to like divulge everything about you. There's certain things about you though, that you do need to bring to the table, because you want to come clean, and only if this is a relationship that you feel that is committed, that's going to lead to maybe a marriage, a long-term relationship.
Right, that has purpose.
If it's someone you're just dating, okay. And some may say, well, if you're dating, you have to get to know them. So you want to kind of give information, but I think you would know in your spirit that there's certain things I'm going to let you know now. And then maybe there's certain things that once we get married, I'm going to let you know. Because now you're my husband and I know I can kind of trust you with certain things that's maybe even more important to me that I really wasn't comfortable sharing, but I feel that maybe I need to share. If I was in a battered relationship, and those are scars you kind of want to put in the past, but maybe that's something I'll let them know so that they know, listen, if I act this way, this is the reason why. Just little things that maybe you don't want to bring out at the table until you know you're going to be committed or you take that next step.
Yeah, there's always that time period. When, I think we know in the back of our mind when we should divulge certain information. I mean, of course, I think in a 3-month relationship, you're not going to tell him, your deep, darkest secrets. That you could tell him, but so much at this point, and like you said, if this relationship is going to blossom into something serious, and that, okay, now I can trust him with this. But if you're just dating and it's a casual dating partner, you're not going to tell them the deepest, darkest secrets. I don't think it's necessary.
I think sometimes when people ask a lot of questions, men and women, we just want to be a little judgmental sometimes and hold people prisoner to their past. Like, I'm not here to do that to people, because I have a past and it's things that I've done that I would never even consider doing now. And I don't want you to hold me accountable for something I did when I was 24, because I'm not the same person, now. So that's why I don't like that cancel culture, because people, when they were 20 years old and they're 50 now, you can't say that they're not the same person. They've grown, they live life. Of course, they said stupid shit out their mouth when they were that age. They were just developing, you know. So, but I definitely think as the relationship goes along, time is just going to reveal itself anyway.
I think so too. And just a casual conversation, because you're in a comfortable place, because you're trusting the other individual, it's just going to be natural to just have a conversation.
Yeah, and that's true. Exactly what you're saying, Gigi. The fact that they make you feel comfortable, that's what's gonna make you want to open up. Like they need to set that tone in the relationship where you feel comfortable to, you know, make them privy to certain things about your past. Like one thing for me, whether I date, whether it's early on, whether it's mid relationship, or you know we get engaged or whatever, I definitely will let them know that I have been in a verbally abusive relationship, because I just don't want that. So I have to put that on the table. Like, I think first 3 weeks of, if I feel like, okay, I want to continue to date this person, first month of the relationship, I'm going to let you know that. You know why? Because I don't want to see those signs. And I want to let you know that I'm aware of those signs. And if I see a red flag, I'm moving.
And sometimes, you know what's, somebody can do something that can trigger something in you, especially if you were in an abusive relationship. And that's why you want to let them know certain things too, because this guy can be like, yo, what did I do? Like, why did she react like that? It's because you were in an abusive relationship, or you were in a relationship where it showed some signs of that, you know, before. And now you're like, as soon as this person does that, you're like, you know, you're on guard.
Yeah. No, but I, you know, with that, I'm not afraid to be vocal about that. Right. And I'm not afraid to check somebody if they do something that makes me feel, or brings that red flag up in me. I'm really not afraid to say, hey, you know what, I noticed that you did this and this, and I was in a past relationship where this was going on, and I saw that little monster rear its head in you, and I just want to let you know I'm not here for that. You know, so I definitely will be honest about that. I will let that be known ASAP.
I think if we checked more things like head on like that, we would have more successful relationships. Sometimes we let things go past, like you see signs in relationships early on, and you don't address them. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know, you just did that. That wasn't cool, you know, or, you know, and vice versa. They tell you something. You know, you got to be open to receive the feedback from people that people are giving you about things that are triggering them, you know?
I agree. Yeah. And plus at our age as well, I mean, we always say dating with a purpose. Yeah. We're going to be very intentional with our questions. We're definitely way more observant at this age because we've already dated. We've been in relationships, positive, negative, and all spectrum and every spectrum. And I think it's okay to be upfront. It's okay to be blunt and ask questions, because we don't have time to be dating you 3 or 4 years and then find out later. No, that's 3 or 4 years of my life.
Yeah, he's precious now.
This is the best than I have in the front. No, our first couple of dates, it's my 21 questions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you need to ask, you know what? Are you financially stable? Did you have money issues in your last relationship? You want to know, is he a saver? He's a spender? You know, does he have, you know, future plans? Like, you want to know. And like you both are saying, you know, we have been around the block already. Like, we are at this age that, you know, we know what we want. So when we date this person, we want to get down to those nitty gritty questions, you know, because like Gigi said, why waste time?
Why waste time?
You know, we know what we want.
Right. I was talking to a friend, and they were telling me that you know, they're dating somebody and they've never been married before, and they want to be married, but they don't see themselves marrying this person.
So then why waste time?
What a waste of time. But that's a secret. Time. Like, oh, that could be also a secret. Like, I love you, but I don't want to marry you. That's a conversation that needs to be had. You're wasting another individual's time.
You're wasting another individual's time, and you're wasting your time.
Yes, that
Like,
doesn't make any sense.
what are we doing here? Like, if you want to just have fun with somebody else.
Yes, and they're not being honest with that person. And this is what I say, and I don't want to chalk it up to men, but most men exhibit this behavior. And
this was a woman.
no, but I'm saying just this behavior where they do things and they have an underlying agenda, and they don't let you know. See, I think men think that we're so fragile that we can't handle it. And I say, we're not. We're very strong people. We're very strong women. And I think that if they gave us the benefit of the doubt and they told us, listen, I'm here just to date. I really don't want to get married. And then they give you the option. Let me continue because he already was upfront and I respect that. But I still like him and I just want to date. Yes. Or, you know what? I'm not in it. I really want something for the long haul. I'm looking for future and he's not it. And then you move on. But I think if they were honest and just told us from the gate, like, this is what I want, and give us the option to choose instead of keeping these secrets, and this underlying agenda, I think men and women will get along a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree with what you said about that. Like, everybody is not that fragile. You have to judge everybody individually. Like, there are some women that are really emotional that wouldn't be able to take that say they want to hear that. I want you to tell me that to be straight up with me. But then when I tell you, then it's like,
Yeah.
But it's like, if at this age, like when you in your late 40s,
I'm having a moment. I gotta turn it into a cute one.
When you're in your late 40s and 50s, early 50s and stuff, it's like, what are we doing here? Like, why we wait? There's no time to be wasting. And I'm not saying you're just supposed to be dating people and then but you meet them and like, okay, I do. No, but I'm saying it has to be what's going on here. Like, why are you here if you know you don't want to be here? That's what I mean. Don't be somewhere you don't want to be at 45, 50. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I agree. And then playing games for like 3-4 years down the line. And this person investing all this time and investing all this emotion. And then 5 years, you're like, all right, I'm sorry. I'm over it.
You whack. Change my mind.
Yeah.
And
now I'm 55. Nigga, what am I supposed to do? Like,
hello.
Exactly.
So, ladies, I have a question for you, ladies.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So it's just a question.
You
guys kept secrets in your relationship that you felt that you could have shared, or you felt that it was just like, because even in a marriage or in a long-term relationship, have you kept the secret that you felt, damn, I should have shared, or I'm glad I didn't share? Or it's none of their business. Why share?
I'm gonna say no. In my marriage, no.
Okay.
My husband and we were childhood friends. We were neighbors, and our mothers were best friends. So, no, like, we grew up together, so he knew everything. Like, we hung out together, we played in the park together, like, we did things that normal friends did. So he knew everything about me. And then we separated for a while, and then he came back, and then we started our relationship. But he had already known all those parts of me, and then as our relationship grew, and then we got married, he was my best friend. My best friend, and I was his best friend. Like, he told me everything, I told him everything, we talked about everything. Like, no. And I felt good about him knowing everything. Like, I didn't feel like I wanted to keep anything from him. So sometimes I think that, this is not just a cliche, that you should always be friends before you are lovers, and before you are husband and wife. You should start the foundation as friends. And I'm glad that we did, because that made our relationship so much easier. And it just felt so good and natural.
Right. I don't. What's so funny when we always say that, because we always make reference to that, but it's so weird to me, like, how you're not friends with the person first.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you could get into a committed relationship like that and you're not friends with the person. Like, how does that work?
I think because you go into it with the intention
Of dating.
and so it's almost lustful. Oh, she's
Okay.
cute, here's my number. Okay. And then
Okay.
the first date is not a friendship, it's like, okay,
It's a
you thought I
date.
was hot, I thought you was hot.
Yeah, it's an
And some
actual
people
date.
have one night stands and stuff like that. You really
But
don't
that stuff I understand. But when we talk about relationships and people are not friends, like, how are you not friends?
sometimes they grow out of it, sometimes you
That's okay.
end up in a relationship that you don't know how to get out of it. Sometimes you've been hurt. That's why it's so
It could be money. Maybe somebody went into a relationship for money and they weren't, you know.
Yes, exactly. So it's important that you are friends, so that you do share some secrets, so you are extremely transparent. And I think that's what's beautiful about it. And then it's just kind of organic when you guys just decide to do something more than just being friends, because you've really gotten to know each other.
Right.
And it's just so, I don't know, it's just so organic.
I think I've kept secrets, but not intentionally. Like, it's stuff that I'm like, oh, I just didn't bring that up. It wasn't nothing like it was major, like, oh, I'm a mass murderer or I killed somebody. You know, like, no. No,
we got mass murderers, strippers, prostitutes.
Right, you know, like I'm not a big on, like, first of all, I don't have a lot of like ooh things in my past anyway, so no.
Gigi, did you keep secrets?
Not really. I mean, maybe one or two things that maybe, but it had nothing to do with like ooh or something. It's just things that were kind of personal to me that not because I didn't love and didn't want to share, maybe more so maybe out of an embarrassment that I'm like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna share this. And there's really no need to. It doesn't add or take away to my relationship. It's not gonna change their perspective of me. It's just more, for me, I just thought that this is something that I just don't want to share, something that I went through and I kind of want to keep it to myself. Yeah. So I think, certain things you can share and certain things that you just don't.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think we should.
I have a question, and it's kind of on this, and it's kind of not. You know how we go like, so I asked a friend. I was like, if you saw like your boys, like how we friends and how we're sisters and stuff, if you saw one of your girlfriends, you saw Griselle's husband out on a date with somebody else, would you tell her?
My new boy, you better tell me.
Would you tell your friends if you saw that man out with somebody else? Yeah.
Yep. I did.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah, you've had that experience.
I've had, yes. I was out eating breakfast. It was years ago. I was out eating breakfast and I get up to pay the bill and I look across from my table to the cash register. And when I look, I see my friend's husband. I'm like,
and no friend.
With another woman and kids. And my friend has kids with him and they are married.
So
I held him. No, he saw me and he looked at me and he just turned his face, but I didn't say anything. I didn't say hello. I didn't say anything. And we are good. We were good friends.
So, you know, when you just said you didn't say hello or anything, for sure, I know me. If I see Griselle's husband, if I see Jackie's husband, if I see Mookie's husband, I'm sorry, ladies, I'm naming your names. If I see Mookie's husband, if I see Deidre's husband, I'm going over to the table. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Hey, how's Deidre? How's Griselle? How's Jackie? Like, I need you to know that I see you.
No, he saw me. We looked. Yeah. We locked eyes.
Yeah, but I want her to know that I know his wife. Like, yeah.
Yo, so let me ask you.
And I held it for a little bit because I was battling with that because I was saying the same thing. I was like, if if someone saw my man or my husband or my significant other out, would I want them to tell me? Like I was debating with that. Because then I was asking myself the question, like, would I leave my boyfriend if they told me?
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
what good is it gonna do? Do I really want to damage a marriage? Because we just had this conversation before we got on.
Yes, we
And
did.
I said, don't involve yourself in a marriage because you're going to end up losing, because they're going to argue, they're going to fight, and they're going to whatever. Yes, we could be a listener. We can be an ear. We can be a shoulder to lean on if they need to cry. But for you to go and approach her husband, or for you to go and tell the wife, listen, I saw your husband. At the end of the day, they're going to go back with their husband. A lot of times, I'm not going to say all the time, but a lot of times women are going to go back with their husband, and the one that's going to be on the outs is us. Because the next time he sees us and we're in a neutral environment, he's going to be like, oh, so this BI was the one that told you she saw me with so-and-so in this store.
I have a question. Please, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Were those other kids his kids?
I never found that out. I don't know.
Oh.
But I had a feeling they were, but I never found out. I never asked. I don't even want to know.
Oh shit.
But see, that's why I said, because you know what, you made a good point here, Jackie. I'm glad you said that. Because that's why I said I would go over to the table, because I want her to know that he's attached, and she probably already does, that he's attached to somebody else. And I want to give him the opportunity to, if he's going to say anything, to say anything. But on the other hand of that, honestly, if my husband cheated on me, do I want to know he cheated? I don't know.
That's why I said I didn't know if I wanted.
I have to really rethink this.
Yes, I battled back and forth with the fact that, should I tell or should I not tell? Do you want to know the outcome of that?
They're still together, probably.
And
shut the front door.
They are still together, and someone was really mad at me because I didn't tell sooner. But she didn't get angry. She didn't divorce him. She didn't throw him out. Nothing.
It doesn't matter whether it was sooner or later. They still made the decision to stay with this.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with her staying with her husband, because I mean, because
I don't think so either.
You know.
Of course not. We've talked about that, given that opportunity. How many?
But now I'm thinking, I honestly, unless it's something that's going to be, and I don't know if this is going to sound crazy to people, unless it's going to be something that's like detrimental to my health, to my household, to my well-being. Do I want to know that my husband cheated? No. What benefit am I going to get out of knowing that he cheated? Just being having my heart hurt?
I don't know if I want to know.
What you're
saying. Part of me is like, I want to know, because as
I get it. I know.
As women, anyway, men are not that slick. We can tell. Okay, man, you ain't sleep with me with like 3 weeks. What's going on? Normally it's every other day. You ain't trying to roll over and get some? Where you been dipping? So, women always have this little intuition. Yeah. You know how we work. And we start piecing things together. Yes. And we start seeing movements are a little different. Hours are changing a little bit. You dressing a little, there's always signs. Men are not that slick.
But suppose there's no signs. Like some men, they know they gotta still take care of their home.
In order for
something, trust me, they're gonna slip.
Huh?
I said they're gonna slip.
What about you, ladies? Do y'all want to know? Do you want to know if your husband cheated?
Yes.
You want to know?
I'd rather know than not know. That's my line, girl. That is my line. If anybody knows me, I always tell them, I'd rather know than not know. I never want to look stupid out there. I don't care if I take him back, but I want to know. You know why? Because if I ever bump into her, I don't want her to feel like she ever got something on me. Like, I don't know. No, biatch. I do know.
Biatch. He hit you with the B and the
B and the But
I want to know.
that goes back to what I said in the beginning. See, it's so tricky because I said that in the beginning where you don't want to be the only one that's in the room and you don't know what's going on. Everybody else knows what's going on and you don't know what else. You in the dark. This chick sitting here, she done slept with your man. Everybody knows in the room but you.
Girl,
Exactly.
yeah.
It's, oh my God, I don't know.
I can't. I'd rather know. I'd rather know everything than.
What about you, G? You want to know?
I don't know. I'm like, a part of me is like, I want to know.
Yeah.
And then I want to know because I need to know what's the cause, what's the root, what made you.
Okay.
And if we don't get to the root of it, then
how can we fix it?
You can't fix it. It's gonna continue cheating. You know, they're gonna continue cheating, whether it's them with their issues or maybe it's me. But that ain't happening with my boy ass because you got it together, God. You got it together, God.
Baby, I can't wait to be at this wedding. I'm gonna be like, what? My tea.
Listen, I'm ready to buy my dress. Let's go.
Lord, I put it on my board. It's on my vision board.
Damn, that's so much to think about now. Now I have such different perspectives on, do I want to know? I mean, it's so many good reasons not knowing and to know. It's like.
So, do we need to know every secret?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Kind of brings us back to that.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we need to know, and I don't think we need to share every secret.
I agree.
And then what if it was just a one night and they slipped?
Right. Those are the kind of things I'm talking about. What if it was one night and
and that's gonna eat them away anyway. That's gonna eat anyone who loves you and does something against you, a lie eats away at them. But now if it's a long-term relationship.
And that's what I'm saying about now you told on this person and that was just a one-night stand. And now, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and
God.
if it's a long relationship, then I need to know because you're in a full committed relationship with so-and-so.
Listen, whether you ladies are in a full committed relationship or not, if I see your man out and he's with another woman, I am telling you, you do with the information what you will, but I know I'm gonna share it as your sister and friend, ladies. You can count on me.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Oh,
so
God.
I hope that if you ladies are attached to any man that is watching this podcast episode and they
put them on blast.
There you go. The love guru is watching you, boo.
I love it. Oh, shoot. Yeah, man, that's tricky. I hope I never get in that situation. I don't ever want to be there. I don't ever want to be there.
I've actually, believe it or not, I've had a few secrets that I haven't.
What do you mean secrets?
Huh?
What do you mean secrets?
I mean, not secrets like my own personal, but like secrets that it's like I've chose just to like, I'm not saying shit.
Right. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Because everything you can't just drop dime on everything.
I know.
You can't. But the thing with me is that men for so many years have gotten over with cheating and sneaking around. And you know what? If we do it, it's a double standard. So if you know what? If I catch you doing it, I'm telling.
Okay.
I'm patty tail. I am telling.
Okay, that's how I feel that. Okay, just the last thing. I know we getting ready to wind this up, but like, okay, Lori Harvey right now. I know we don't get into stuff like this.
Yes.
I just want to say about this young lady. This is a beautiful young lady, right? She's 24 years old. 24. She may be 23, but I think she's 24.
I think she's 24.
And as far as we know, with the people that they're saying she's dated, it's been like 6 public figures who we know that she's dated, maybe 5 or 6.
She's dating Michael B. Jordan right now.
Okay, but just think
when last boyfriend, she just broke up with who? I forgot.
Future, one of them. But just think,
Yes.
everybody is calling her out, saying she's this, saying she's that. She's 24 years old. What were you doing at 24? This girl's life is just in the public. That's not a lot of people just to have dated. You don't know she slept with all those guys.
True.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
True.
she's 24 years old. Dating 6 people is not a lot of people to date. I've dated 6 people by the time I was 24.
And maybe she's dating them.
Say that again.
Maybe she's dating them. They're giving her gifts. She's doing her life. She's not giving anything. Maybe that's why it's not lasting, because maybe she's not putting out. Who knows?
Right. And that's what I'm saying. That's a double standard, because so many guys date so many women at that age, and because she's doing it, it's like, oh my God, she's this, she's that. She's 24.
But that's the thing. It's a double standard, because if a guy was doing it, no one would have a problem with it. No one would see a problem with it. But because it's a young lady, they see an issue with it. So now she's all kinds of names and all kinds of things. And this is the issue that I have with society, and just putting these labels and, putting us in categories.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with it.
Yeah, especially with stuff like that. Yeah.
That's why I say that if men were honest and would just give us the option, we would be good. Our relationships would last.
We got a little echo.
I know.
Yeah. All right, that's all I got to say, because I don't know. I'm confused now. Anybody else got anything to say?
No.
I rest my case for today.
That's your word. You standing by it.
I am.
And you got our back. That's what's up. Hey.
Yeah.
So next time on
Two Puerto Ricans, baby.